It's good though. Here we go. Hey, how's it going? Coach D here from All Out Athletes. And as we do these podcasts every week, we're hoping you could take one thing from this podcast that will change you as an athlete, as a student, or that would change some part of your life so you can make that difference from being average. That I'm no longer going to be that average athlete student, and I'm going to let me do it. Coach D here from All Out Athletes. Let me do it. Coach D here from All Out Athletes. And we're hoping you could take one thing from this podcast that'll change you as a student, as an athlete, as a person. And joining me this week, once again, is a professor in sports psychology, the great Dr. Gilbert. Is that for me? I'll take it. How about, who's that for, Doc?
$100 bill. I want to take you inside one of my classrooms.
All right.
Sometime during the semester, I get up in front of the class and I hold this up in the air. I said, who wants this $100 bill? And every hand goes up. I said, but who's willing to give an all-out effort during this class to get a $100 bill? And usually some people put up their hand. I said, okay, here's what you got to do. And then I give them this combination lock. You've seen these. I said, if you could figure out the combination, if you could open up this lock before class is over today, you get the $100. And they say, fine. So they're sitting in their seat, and I notice all during class, they're going this way, they're going that way, they're going this way. Now, I know they're not going to get it because there are about 59,000 combinations. They're not going to go through 59,000 combinations. Then with about 5 minutes left in class, I said, hey, Johnny, how you doing? Well, Dr. Gilbert, I haven't gotten it yet. You think you're going to get it in the last 5 minutes? Probably not. I said, did you really want the $100? He said, yeah, I really did. I said, could I ask you a question? Yeah. Did you do everything you could to get the $100? Well, I just kept going. I'm not going to get it. But did you do everything? Yeah, I guess so. I said, well, you didn't. There's one thing you didn't do. Why didn't you ask me for the combination? Why didn't you ask me to help you? You said, Dr. Gilbert, what's the combination? Now, the reason I knew he wasn't going to ask me the combination because I've been doing this in my class for 30 years, and nobody's ever asked me the combination. For some reason in our culture, we don't ask for help. If you want to get better, if you want to be a better foul shooter, ask for help. If you want to do better in chemistry, ask for help.
If you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Yeah, so suppose Johnny said, Dr. Gilbert, can you tell me the combination? I could have said yes, I could have said no. I would have said yes, but I knew he wouldn't ask. But if I said no, did he lose anything? No.
If you don't ask, the answer is always no. It will always be no. I beg for athletes to pick my brain afterwards. Once in a while, I get an athlete to ask me after practice, even after training, or call me once, or phone call, maybe once a year, and want to know more. How can I know more about training? What are the answers? Coaches have a lot of answers. We don't have all the answers, but I guarantee you coaches have more answers than you do. Professors have more answers. They're trained. They're experts in their field.
You don't want to know that much. You just want to know what works. So I don't think there's any reason any high school basketball player, any college basketball player, any pro basketball player should be shooting foul shots at under 80% or under 85%. So if you want to be an excellent foul shooter, if you go to a camp this week, before you leave the camp, ask the coaches, give me a foul shooting drill I should do. And maybe they will have a unique foul shooting drill, Maybe they'll say, take foul shots with one eye open. I don't know. I know one drill I heard is you get some glasses and you take Vaseline and you put them all over the glasses. Vaseline. So and then you start taking foul shots with your glasses really, really yucky, and it's harder to see. Is that a good drill? I'm not a basketball coach, but that's a drill I heard. So what you want to do is you want to find what works,
It's called blind shooting. So Michael Jordan used to shoot free throws that way. He'd shoot so many free throws, and then he'd close his eyes and shoot a few free throws. Because sometimes in the game, he rises up, and somebody's hands are all in his face. He can barely make out where the basket is. So he wants to, as long as he knows, his brain knows how far he is, he can make that shot because he's practiced that thousands of times. But if you ask your coach, a lot of athletes don't know about blind shooting. But if you ask your coach, he may know. He may give you that one drill.
Well, the takeaway today for you is curiosity wins. I don't know if you're the best player. I don't know if you're the most experienced player. I want you to be the most curious player. Always be asking questions. And if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
I love that. The curious. Are you the most curious player out on the court, out on the field, in the rink? Do you want to know more? Do you want to soak up everything you possibly can to be the best? The 10 most powerful two-letter words. If it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. And it is all up to you. Everything is up to you. Nobody works harder than a curious child. No one in the world works harder on your team, in your state, than the curious athlete around. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll see everybody next week. Thanks, Doc.